Now, co-working is a self-directed, collaborative, flexible and voluntary work style that is based on mutual trust and the sharing of common core values between its participants. It involves a shared workspace, often an office, and independent activity. Unlike in a typical office, those co-working are usually not employed by the same organization. In recent years, there has been a significant rise in the adoption and impact of co-working globally, and Nigeria has not been left behind in this new wave. The Global Co-working UN Conference is the largest co-working series in the world, and it's happening right now in Denver in the United States. The conference brings together entrepreneurs, investors, innovators, co-working operators and policy drivers with the aim of spotlighting the collaboration and value creation opportunities. Joining us now is Doyin Adewola, a co-founder of Box Office Hub, who is currently attending the conference. Doyin, thanks for taking the time out to join us on Network Africa.
Hi, Tenny. Thanks for having me.
So, co-working is a fairly new concept, isn't it? Tell us a bit more about it.
Okay. What's new is the movement of co-working and not just the style of co-working. The style of co-working has been around for a while, and it involves people sharing office space. So if you were to rent your office somewhere in Nigeria, anywhere in the world, and you called your friend, your colleagues to share the space with you, what it meant would have been that you would have co-worked with them. However, co-working as the terminology was coined in 2005 and by a software developer in San Francisco. And since then, the movement has grown across the world. And at the core of co-working is collaboration. At the core of co-working is community building, meaning that people who come around in the community to work together also take ownership of that community. At the core of co-working is mutual respect. At the core of co-working is openness. So you would find that most places where there is co-working, there are open plan offices, you will see glass walls, and all of this just helps to aid collaboration and networking amongst young entrepreneurs and startups.
Well, what exactly are the key benefits, especially here in Nigeria? Why is it so important?
The first is that co-working guarantees entrepreneurial success. Co-working ensures that entrepreneurs succeed beyond the typical lifespan that businesses fail. So there's a lot of mentorship activities going on. There's a lot of networking. There's a lot of collaboration in the space. It's also more of getting a lot of knowledge in a co-working environment. Beyond all of that, co-working also ensures that you have access to affordable workspace, flexible workspace. I mean, it doesn't make sense that you rent office space for a year for a business you're not sure of its success. And so co-working guarantees all of these and just ensures that businesses and small businesses survive beyond their normal lifespan.
Well, Doyin, what would you say are some of the challenges being experienced by co-working and hub owners?
Primarily, still the infrastructural problems in Nigeria. I mean, power is still a lot of problems for us. We've not gotten electricity right. Sometimes in Box Office Hub, we run our generators for as much as 500,000 to £1 million a month. Internet penetration is still very low. The quality of internet is poor, and for those who can have quality internet, it is a bit expensive. And so these are some of the challenges for co-working in Nigeria. For example, if you understand the rental laws we have in Nigeria, you have to pay lump sum for 12 months or 24 months in advance. Across the world, rent is paid flexibly, and so it doesn't really encourage people to survive more in business because rent is also one of the huge costs that entrepreneurs have to pay in their businesses. So challenges basically will be infrastructure, it will be internet, and will also be access to capital basically.
You're currently in Denver attending the conference. What has been the main takeout point from this conference?
I would think it's important that we align our businesses to best practices. We want to be sure that whatever it is we're doing aligns with the global best practices. Co-working in itself is a global phenomenon. It's a movement. It is moving across the world. I'm aware that in the US, there's a 20% year-on-year growth in co-working, and for Nigeria, it's even more than that. For instance, in 2012, when we launched, we're just about 15 co-working spaces in Nigeria, and today there are about 100 or more co-working spaces. And so for us is that we want to be sure that we are carried along with the global community. There's a lot of also knowledge sharing and also alliances that are formed in the GCUC, which is the Global Co-working Conference in Denver, Colorado.
Doyin Adewala, co-founder of Box Office Hub, thank you once again for taking the time to speak to us on Network Africa.
Thank you, Tenila.